Alright, and now we get to the fun stuff. Before we even get to the regular season, let's do the thing that's definitely going to be the most enjoyable. Whole thing is you can add walk-ons, but you have to be under the roster limit. I haven't actually done that yet, so I don't know what that looks like, if I'm being completely honest with you. Let's go to recruiting, the big screen one that we're going to start seeing in every stream pretty much. So as you typically have, and if you guys have played NCAA football, EA series, you know how this works. 1 to 5 stars, that's how they're rated. You can sort by targets, by both. Ways of viewing it here: who you've offered, who you're actively recruiting, who you've scouted, who you haven't scouted, interviewed, not interviewed, committed, targets that have gone elsewhere, hidden. It's an interesting one, we'll get to that later. Who you've offered a scholarship to. Auto recruit, auto scout off, because I don't want the computer doing that. I want to do it myself. So a couple things we can filter with. You can go by state, distance, and this is in terms of miles. Positions, so you got all of those. So let's get started. The easiest way, in my opinion, to start is by distance. But first we start in-state, because if you're not a big major school, Florida State, USC, Stanford, Texas Tech, you're competing with minimal competition. So we'll look in-state first and try to net the guys who are good there, and go elsewhere. So looking at Nebraska's, we've got safeties, got tackle and a guard, got a couple of 3-star guys. If I go to my roster, just taking a look here, since we're looking at safeties, you can see the average is pretty good. Could be better, most definitely could be worse. See, look, we already have a red-shirted safety. We have 2 upperclassmen, so we do need to get another strong safety, even though Allen's likely going to be starting, going forward. Maybe we can find someone better. Free safety, we have 2 4-stars. I mean, technically, I could throw Gentry over there to the other side. But I'm a defensive guy, even though offense is important to me. So I guess the first thing you really want to do, if you're looking at recruits, who graduates and what are you left with? 2 seniors. So we'll need to replace that quarterback, running back, 1 senior, and 2 upperclassmen. And juniors, I mean, juniors can, go too. So something to keep an eye on. Tight end, we've got 3 upperclassmen. Receiver, obviously going to be important to me. If you're going to run a West Coast, got to have receivers. Yeah, lots. Not a lot of good ones, so hopefully that's fatigue. And then you can see here the red jersey there, because he's being red-shirted. But I'll tell you what's most important to me is fixing that offensive line, and that's going to be where we start. I'm a trenches inside-out guy. You need to have good skill position players, but if you have good other things in terms of offensive line, defensive line, you can manage. We need linebackers as well too. So we're going to go back to recruiting. So going back to what I said, if we start with Nebraska, 3 stars. You have their rank there, where they're at. So let's look. For example, Bragg. So if you look here, This is a screen that's going to be really familiar to us over time here. So where he went to high school, height, weight, age. This is a recruit class, of course, where his rank is, and all this good stuff. All the things you got. If you really wanted to, you could edit the ratings and stuff, but we're not going to do that. Actually, I'm going to leave it, but you can see there, you can see what his ratings are across the board, and you can, if you have it available to change, you can change. I'm not changing anything, so we can skip that. So we're going to add brag. You have to add them to be able to do something. And you'll see why that is in just a sec. I'm going to add Bearden. Okay. The next thing I want to do, let's go by distance a little farther now. I don't really see any other guys I want, because obviously I want to look for 4-star guys. So let's start to branch out. Okay, 300. Gotta go by all, forgot that. Let's try that again, 100. So we have a 5-star from Kansas. Can't see any of that stuff just yet. I'm gonna add him. I don't think we'll get him, but I'm gonna add him just in case. Branch out to 200. So now I'm kind of looking at where they're at. This guy's from Iowa. He's a 4-star. We'll add him to the list. Got a 4-star receiver from Kansas. We'll add him to the list. I know we need linebackers. Where's this guy? He's from Kansas as well. I'll add him. Good on safety. I think we're pretty much good on some of these 3-stars. Let's go for 300. I'm looking for 4. 5 is going to be extremely hard to get. Yeah, South Dakota. Corner. Kansas corner. Go with South Dakota because it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Another quarterback, 3-star. A tackle from Kansas, 3-star. We'll add him. I'll add the running back just because. Don't really feel like I'll get him, but we'll see. Alright, 500. So now you get another influx of guys here. Now we get some 5s and 4s. North Dakota, tight end. I'll add. Texas. So here's the thing. He's from Texas. His recruit rank is 29, so let's think about it. It's Texas. I'm Nebraska. I'm not in the Big 12, so I'm not competing in conference. That's Texas and Oklahoma's territory. I'm not even touching that. Texas is a big pipeline state. Texas, Florida, and California, those are huge pipeline states. You want to build a pipeline to it. But if you don't have the talent, don't have the stuff coming in, you're fighting a losing battle. It's not worth it. You need to invest your time elsewhere. So we got one from Illinois. We'll add him. A center. Where are you from? Missouri. Mizzou. I think I'll leave that one alone. 4 stars Oklahoma. The hope is that Oklahoma, they would go after 5 stars and leave him for me. I doubt it's going to happen. Minnesota, a tackle. Defensive tackle, always, like I said, defensive line priority. Oklahoma, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Could use another fullback. I see someone from Colorado. Where is that? Quarterback. Sort by position. I won't worry about distance too much. I don't want to go too much farther past 500. Alright, so linebackers. All of them. We need them all. I think we got the 1 4-star. There's another Oklahoma, Minnesota will add. Didn't see too many guards. Still don't. There's just not a lot of guards. We'll sort by their rating. What do we have? We've got Maryland, Florida, not even touching that one. Seminole. Bama, not touching that one. This is Florida too. North Vernon, where's that? Indiana? I can mess with that one. Pennsylvania, that's Pitt. I can mess with that. North Carolina, ACC, Florida, Georgia. Leave that one alone. Go to receiver, because I want to start getting a comfortable class of receivers. Is there anyone that stands out to me? That's 4. I'm going to go for some 3s a little bit later on. I just want to kind of show how this works, and then we'll go from there. SEC, Texas, Wyoming, there we go. Ideally, try to stay away from the big states. Try to pluck from some other spots, if we can. The thing about being in the Big Ten is Nebraska's kind of far away, so it's not geographically our area to compete in. Like, we're competing with teams, but it's different. How was with the Big 12? Everyone's by each other, so we'll leave that alone for now. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our targets. So you can see here I have 22 guys. I have 74 scout points, 222 recruit points, and 21 scholarships. So let's start in a sort by position and go from there. So quarterback. What I want to do is go to scout report. So you can see now, this is the interest, the trust of the report, certainty, who's recruiting, all the recruit skills, and a player profile, and then the talking points. So you can spread these out. You get 5. So it's Iowa. I'm just gonna go with what I got for now. We're cool with that. You assign your points. I'll go at 5. So then you see here, I have 5 points. You're assigning points out of your recruiting. So I'll go with the max of 10. So you can see they both dipped from there. Then we're going to go here to Schaefer and we're going to do the same. We'll do 5. We'll assign the max of 10. Also going to schedule an interview. We're going to try to go for quarterbacks first and get those out the way. Running back. I'm not really going to mess with, because you see here, academics, not really worried about that. We'll put one into each and basically trying to figure out what this person is going to be interested in. So I'm going to put in the 5 scout points, assign 10 points. We're good. Not going to worry about scheduling an interview just yet. Fullback will do the same. Actually, fullback will do 3. I'll still assign the full 10. So the difference between coming into the scout report, I only have 3. Oh no. It's just fewer points. So you can see the interest there is higher. So we have our foot in the door there. So that helps. You might want to speed up this process, because to me, but some people do it one of two ways. Either you can go after the guys that you're almost guaranteed to get right away to get them out the way, or because you have the advantage, you can kind of play lax on them and focus elsewhere. It depends on the recruiting class and what's going on, because it varies year to year for me on what I decide to do. I really want to make sure that I get everyone that I want, and of course there's going to be people that take priority, so you do what you can. We'll schedule an interview with him. Running out of points. Receiver, we've got two 4-stars. Alright, moderate interest. Sign points 10. Okay. And then obviously, based on the scout report, some guys are going to drop off too. So we're actually going to start to take a step back on how many scout points we put out there. This guy really likes us though. I'm actually going to put a few more so I can try to get him out the way. Once you max out a guy and you're done, you can move elsewhere. So the people that you really want, you should scout as soon as possible so you can move on. Guards, we got a couple. So let's see what their interest is first. Moderate. 3. 10. Next to none. So we'll assign the full 10. We're going to assign the full 10 points to everybody. That's not a problem. So I know I'm running out of scout points, so I have to be a little more careful. Just kind of want to see what their interest is. This is higher. Alright. Tackles, we got a couple. That'd be 8 players. I'm gonna have to drop my scout points just a little bit. So I need to make sure I have some for the linebackers, because that's super important. The linebackers are gonna be someone that I really try to go after. Alright, so ones across the board. Just want to take a look at where their interest is. That is a 3-star. He's from Nebraska, not a surprise. This guy has moderate interest. He's a 5-star. Actually boost his a little. Can't schedule the interview just yet. This guy interested is a 4, no, it's a 3. And then this guy, 4-star. It's not bad. Okay. I take care of the tackles. Center, nothing. Defensive tackle, we had 1, I remember. 1 scout point. 10. It's a 4-star. It's about halfway, that's not too bad. No defensive ends, if I remember correctly. I don't think we had a safety. I think we had a corner. And then 3 or 4 linebackers, which is what I wanted to get to. So corner, he's a 4-star. Not much interest, but we'll look into him anyway. And we have 8 points to divide over the linebackers. Alright, so the 3-star I'm pretty sure will be, oh wow, I thought we'd be higher than that, being from Kansas. Oh, on this one, still scout the full 10. Cool. 4-star. Next to none. That's fine. A little bit higher. These scout points. 5 left, so hopefully one of these two. Okay, his is there. Let's see what the other guy is at. About the same. Because I'm a jerk, I want to steal this one from Colorado, so I'll put 3 in his, and then I will put 2 in this guy, and then we got the full 10. So there we go. All scout points spent, most recruiting points spent. We'll see how this looks in a sec. We got 21. We'll see what we can do. So now we go back to the important thing, the regular season. So going to the schedule here. You have the full schedule. You can do custom schedules as well, but that's the full schedule for the entire season. You can separate it by week, of course, running week 1. You have the easier part, being a Nebraska fan, or being them, just click on your team and you can see. So we play Colorado State. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to actually go into the game and play it. The reason being, it does a horrible job of simming when you're being the coach while playing. Essentially, you get better results by simming. So everything's set up. We're going to sim. We're going to see what happens. We'll see what results we get. So this is the weekly schedule screen. You can see what it's separated by. You can go by conference, top 25. Obviously we're not top 25, so you can go to the Big Ten. You got all the games there. We play at home. Favorite to win, I would hope so. Got them all there. So we're going to sim the week. You can sim it from up here, but from there, but I like doing it from here. So there's a couple things you can do here. You can see you can simulate week, simulate season. You can sim multiple seasons at a time. And then this, I don't necessarily like I said, simming or playing the game, because it just doesn't. The numbers it puts out aren't. I feel like you have too much control. All right, let's sim. See what happens. All right, so you can see we lost, and we lost pretty handily, 69 to 28. Ouch. Our defense got lit up. So you can see early on we were fine. The problem was the second half. We got outscored 42 to 7. At the half, it was a close game. We were only down by 6. And then, yeah, they started 3 touchdowns in the third, 28 unanswered points in the second half. Altogether, 35 unanswered points. I mean, it was a 21-20 game. Next thing you know, you're down by a bunch. 5 turnovers, that's an issue. Fumbles. Just turnovers will always cost you. So -4, I think -3 is pretty much the death now. Depressing. So looking at the box for our quarterback, 3 interceptions. Run game was good. 13 for 100, but you take away that long run, 12 for 58. Williams, 5 for 108. Take away the long run, still 4 for 55. That's not bad. Receivers, Alexander, Palmer, Miller, good games. Problem is we didn't stop the run. A lot of yards, just the turnovers though are the killer. We didn't miss any kicks. As a Buck fan, I have to look at that. Didn't miss any kicks. As a defense, 4 sacks, 1 pass deflected. We did force 1 fumble. There's a lot of things we didn't do well. Too many penalties, 15 yarders hurt. Definitely got to clean that up. So we go to email. I first got to back out of that, sorry. So we're going to go to email. And we can see. Need to ease up on the training. Afraid won't have any energy left for game day. Totally drained. A lot of people complaining about fatigue. The good thing though is you can see here the highlights. So let's go to training. Let's fix that. Can't exceed 25. We'll take athletic training down, position down, and we'll go to game tape. I'll drop everything to a 4. Put that at 10. I'll save the points. Okay. Next, something else I want to go to the email to show you guys. So, who we play next? We play Memphis. So it shows you what they average on offense, what they average defensively, and then what I really want to get to is the player performance. So, our quarterback, he grades out as an A. I don't know how you grade out as an A with 3 interceptions, but whatever. His attitude, awareness, effort, production, 73 snaps, 7 were deemed as key plays. He grades out as an A. Miller grades out as an A. Not a surprise. I think he had 2 touchdowns. No, he had at least 1. Our running back, an A. Like to see some guys on defense, got a B+ there, B+. So you can kind of see, so it kind of lets you know who played well, who didn't, and go from there. Going back to recruits. This is where stuff gets fun. So the interview is done. What I want to do now is go to players, just so I can show you guys how this looks. We're going to go back to targets. Hold on, something's wrong. There we go. I want to view guys that are recruiting and then targets. So here's the thing, you sort by quarterback and start there. Like going by position, it makes it easy. It'll let you know when a player is scouted all the way too, because you have to do it every week. The recruiting, the assigned points, you don't have to change. So you can see there, his interest is a 94, his is 17. So when we go in here and look, this is what you see. Who else he's being recruited by? So you can see we're ranked 3rd. These are the talking points. If it's green, that means it's a positive. So I'm going to drop play time and market size and add to something that I think will help out. And then you see his player profile. The certainty is because it still needs to be maxed out. So you can see here how close it is to being maxed to determine how many points you need to spend. So you can see he's a team player, based on what we see so far. Loyal, winning, playing close to home, values prestige. Ours 74, can't really help that. Obviously we can factor in on the close to home part. And then here you see the recruit skills. So quarterback. Arm is incredible. Agility is pathetic. Speed's decent. Exceptional hands. Intelligence, unique. These are just kind of generic. Obviously the passing run blocking is good for, what you care about for offensive line. Intelligence is one of those big ones. Like that's super, super important for a lot of reasons. Sportsmanship is important because that is tied to penalties. Disposition is going to affect morale based on what type of attitude this person has. These three: leadership, work ethic, competitiveness, and disposition, all tie into morale, because it has an effect when you're losing. Depending on what these are, and team player for that matter too, it can have an effect on how much their morale drops, or when they're winning, how high up it goes. Get a little bit of a boost. So it depends. But this is what it's going to look like for every player. So I'll go and look at a couple more. So since we want him for sure, we're going to go look at him. So if I look at this guy, exceptional intelligence, unique arm strength, he's being recruited by Ohio State and Michigan. Yeah. Only thing is market size. Doesn't value playing close to home. Security, loyalty, winning, all things we can't help. And prestige, like these are things that we can't compete with those other teams on. So with that being said, we're pretty much out on this guy, because we got nothing to offer him. Running back, high. Market size is important to him. Organization. We need to schedule an interview to look at some of the other stuff, but you can see as a runner, he's got decent strength, exceptional speed, remarkable hands. Seemed like a good guy that you could have as a dual threat running back, in my opinion. So we will look. 10, schedule interview. And as a matter of fact, going back to this quarterback, I'm gonna offer him a scholarship. Try to net this guy early. Fullback. Great intelligence, remarkable pass blocker, exceptional run blocker. He's only interested in us. Focus there. Offer him a scholarship, 2 scout points. Try to get him done and over with. Corley, competing, acceptable run block, great pass blocking, great intelligence, acceptable strength. I can probably help with play time. I can do market size. Ours is going to be bigger than Minnesota's, I would think, or at least comparable. Alright, so we'll do that. Done. Schedule an interview. And a couple of scout points. Cool. Tight end, didn't have any. Receiver, got a couple. Incredible speed, unique hands. Great run blocking, kind of need that with receiving. So, market size, we're going to dump more into that because I feel like we probably can take care of that. We're going to schedule an interview, invest more. The other one, Mr. Bush, only recruited by us, acceptable speed, exceptional hands. Works for me. Again, market size, Wyoming's isn't big to begin with. No one else is going after him. Let's just see if we can nab this guy right now and get him done and over with. Both of them. Okay. Offensive line. Start with the 4 stars. Recruited by Notre Dame, so we got to try to get into. His list. And it's a little tough to compete with them with location, but we'll try. Don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see. Schedule an interview. The other 4-star, recruited by Penn State. So yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know what he's interested in, so we'll schedule an interview. 5 scout points. Take care of him. The 3-star, We're practically guaranteed him as long as I don't mess it up. And let's be honest, location's important to him. All in location. Offer the scholarship. Schedule an interview. Just try to get it done and over with. Tackle. Tough. You can also click the auto button, it'll do it for you. But again, I like having control. I just don't think we can get this guy. He's too much for a 5. That's tough competing with that, especially when we know for sure that we can get some of these guys. Alright, everything in location. So I feel like we'll get the 3 stars for sure. Utah State. There's an interesting one. All lesser schools here. We'll go with market size. Arizona's is probably bigger than ours, but that's fine. We're ahead of them, so I'm not too worried about it. So you see the points stay. So you can see that's why I still only have 12. It's the scouting, that's the deal. Exceptional and unique. Created by Minnesota. From Minnesota. Kind of tough because Nebraska's not that good, so it'll be a little bit harder to try to snag this guy. Offer him, try to get his good graces first. Okay, defensive tackle. A tough one. I'm going to keep scouting, but I'm not going to really invest in him too much. I'll offer a scholarship just to kind of show that we care. No, nothing else other than linebacker and corner, which is what I wanted to save my points for. So corner first. He's only interested in us right now. Let's try to get this guy. And then that leaves the rest for linebacker. Alright. We'll start with the 3-star, because we're pretty much guaranteed to get him if I really want him. We'll go with market size. Invest a few. Offer a scholarship, but then we're looking at these 4. So you can see this one, interest is a 97. We're definitely going after him. Exceptional speed, exceptional hands. So needs to learn his endurance. Exceptional strength, exceptional intelligence, amazing tackling. His recruit rank is 136. We most definitely will be going after him right now. Organization, I don't feel like I can really win on that, but drop that, drop that, drop that. And then we have the other 4 stars. So this guy's a 95. Remarkable tackling, exceptional speed, remarkable hands, great intelligence. Sounds like a winner to me. Competing with Air Force in Colorado Springs, if you guys didn't know. I can assure you, though, historically better organization, so we can go there. Offer scholarship. I don't know his temperament and that stuff yet. That's going to have to wait. So we'll drop 3 there. That leaves 2 for the other. So this one's 69. We're already going to put 2. lesser, but still solid. We'll leave as is for now, and then the same here. More work to do with this guy because we're competing with the big boys. We might not even be able to get them. Alright, so that's what we're going to do for recruiting, and that's what we're going to call it for now. But thanks for watching. Hopefully that gives you some insight into how recruiting is done on this game. The plan is maybe not go as in detailed in the future, just kind of recapping it, but I just want to take a video to show you guys how everything works. So we'll see how long it takes for Nebraska to get that first one. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week.